Okay, we're outside today. As you can see, I got my Daisy 880 and a UTG um, dot sight, and I'll read off some stuff to you here. So what we got here is a UTG subcompact dot sight. This one was $50. It's 3 inches long, and it's got a 30 millimeter tube. It's 1/2 minute of angle at 100 yards, and I'm at 25 yards, so that means I have to do 4 clicks to be a 1/2 inch value at 25 yards. So whatever you're doing at 25 yards for 1/2 inch, you times it by 4. It's a red-green dot sight, and it's variable shades of red and green, so you can get bright and low. At 15 yards, the dot appears to be somewhere between 7/8 and 1 inch, and at 25 yards, the dot looks to be about 1.5 inches. So I've got the Daisy 880, and I'm pumping it 2 times. I'm using the 10.34 grain heavy, probably my favorite pellet of all right there. So I use this one quite a bit for almost any, even the low-powered rifles. So 2 pumps is getting out there just fine. 25 yards, and so anyway, the zero was 15 yards with this, and for 25 yards, the clicks up was 15 clicks up, and the clicks right is 4 clicks right, and here's what it looks like. And it's the click clamp type right here. So you just unlatch that. When you put this on, you tighten this first, then you take it off, then you put it back on. You don't tighten this first and then clamp it. You could bend stuff up. So there it is right there. And that's a Weaver rail. But what you could do is buy these UTG adapters right here. And what you do with these adapters, it comes in a sets of 2 for $10. What you do is you put this adapter underneath your dot sight. So on here, this is actually underneath inside there. So it's right down in there. And then you only need one of them for this dot sight, which is kind of nice. So here it is again. Real easy to convert over to 11 millimeter from Weaver, because most of your dot sights are going to be Weaver. And then our accuracy. It's hard to see sometimes with dot sights, but I was kind of impressed with the accuracy. 1.5 inches, 10-shot groups on a good day. And that's kind of typical for the Daisy 880 because of the fact that, for one thing, it's not the most accurate rifle you can get. And the other thing is you're using a dot sight. So you'll probably get a little smaller groups with the scope, but for a dot sight, 1.5 inches or whatever isn't too bad. And I got some targets downrange, and I'm going to show them to you and take a couple shots. So there's 25 yards down there. And here's my homemade thing I use for my camera. Actually, this is my Android phone. What I do is I set my Android phone in here, this wooden base here, and then I record from there. Probably don't have everything sighted in just perfectly with the dot scope, but like I was telling you, it's about 1.5 inch groups or something like that on a good day, maybe even better if I can see clear. The dot, even though it's on low power, the dot, you have to try to put the dot over and kind of guess on some of these. This one you don't really have to. And even this one, the dot kind of covers up a little bit more because this is the size of a quarter, so 1.5 inches is right there. So the dot appears to be bigger than the target at this distance, but not by that much. And I got to paint these. So this one here, from here to here is the size of a quarter, and then it's two quarters going this way. So a quarter high, and then a dime in this area and a dime in that area, something like that. This little bird thing, this is a dime size. A dime would be right about here, so it's actually a little bit smaller than a dime. And then this one's about the size of 2.5 to 3/4, going in that direction. So anyway, I'm gonna try these, see what happens. Okay, I could hardly see that one, so I'm gonna have to paint these up again, or try some other time when there's more light in here. But so I got him then. But yeah, so there's a little sample for you guys. Okay, so when you're done with the dot site, all you have to do is find out what your home is. Your home is what you use most of the time. Since I'm inside a lot and my zero is 15 yards, I want to back off of this. So rather than going up 15, I'm going to go down 15, and I'm going to go left 4 clicks, and then I'll be back to a 15 yard zero. When I come back outside, I'll lift it up 15, and then go right 4, and that is with this pellet right here, the 10.34 grain. So that's how you do it. And when you take it off, it'll look something like this. And there's the part that's in there that I told you about. Yeah, the adapter. And you want to take that little screw out of there. A little tiny screw before you put it on here. And it even has some spring action, so it's going to hold in there for you. This is kind of cool because it only uses one, although you get a set of 2. So, but there's the size of it there. I won't show you the dot because it's just a dot, so it's no big deal. It doesn't have a fancy reticle or anything, but it's kind of a neat little quick attachment you can use on just about anything. And once you find your home spot right here and you adjust your clicks, then you just whip it back on. And yeah, you'll have to adjust it again, because sometimes when the weather's hotter, you're going to have some play and movement and stuff, so you're always going to have to kind of like re-zero it anyway. So, but anyway, thank you very much for watching.